Okay, so just a tip for people who might be trying to confirm the upcoming solstice event, or who just want to see more movement in their sundial data from one day to the next. If you're starting to, if you're learning about these sundials and you're collecting the shadow data on a board or something, you'll notice that each day the data points from one day to the next are like really close together, especially around midday. You might see a little bit more spacing in the early morning or the late evening, but they're pretty tight for the most part. So this is a little trick that I've been thinking of for a while, but I've never actually tried it, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. Unfortunately, the clouds aren't cooperating today, so I'll have to kind of just keep following up. I'll keep you posted on how it goes. But in theory, what this is a really short board, and there is a short screw. This is like maybe 1/4 of an inch tall, but it does cast a little shadow. Like I said, unfortunately, the sun is just not cooperating today. Wispy clouds blowing through. But anyway, the idea is, and this is like not even maybe 9 inches, 10 inches, 2x4, piece of 2x4. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this so that it's kind of, the board is kind of pointing up at the sun. And so when I'm setting this in position, the shadow cast from this little point is going to be really long down the board. Like if it was flat like this, it'd be a really short shadow, but because I'm at an angle, it's a really long shadow. And I think the trick is, the longer you're able to get it, like this slope, the closer you're able to get it to aiming at the sun, the better. And you will see from one day to the next, I'm fairly certain, you will see that the data points are actually jumping more from day to day. So the little, when you're doing it flat like that, it's really hard to see. But when you do it on a slope, and as tight as a slope angled up at the sun as you can, I'm pretty sure you're going to see the data points jump a little more from day to day. And so this is just something I'm experimenting with. Wanted to throw it out there as food for thought in case anyone else wanted to try it. You can try this at any time of day, but if it's in the summertime and you're trying it, I recommend you do it either in the early morning or the late evening, because at midday, the movement of the sun is still very, very slight. So doing it in the morning or the evening helps, but you don't need much to do this. And I recommend people just give it a try. I'm gonna be giving it a try here, hopefully this week. But I don't think I'm gonna get sunlight today. So anyway, and I think you do want 2 points. So when you do this is only a 2x4, so there's not much width here. But this is all you need when you're confirming a solstice event. You don't need to do the straight line method or get all day for a solstice. You just need one moment in time to compare from one day to the next. And it's very important that the block, your setup, doesn't move. So that's why I've got these extra screws. I was gonna screw it down to my wood here. But anyway, so the sun's gonna cast a shadow, and you'll make a mark 3/4 down the board, I would say, and get 1 and 2. So you have a line to compare the next day. If you just have one data point, you're not going to know which way that pattern is progressing. You do need to have at least 2 points. So collect your data, get 1 point, and then wait like 5 minutes and get another point. It doesn't have to be a really long line, just a little line so you can see which way the shadow was going. And you can then compare, because that pattern, that little line that you collected, is going to jump up or jump down. And if you just have 1 point, you're not really going to know which way the data was moving the next day. So you need to have 2, so you can see some kind of a little line to compare to the next day. And it should be like up here, or actually down here, I think, for me. So just food for thought. I think it'd be great if someone else wanted to give this a try, but I will be giving this a try once I get better sunlight. Shalom, and may Allah bless you as you continually seek out His truth and love with a pure heart.